protagonist, January. Oh shit. Okay, a few days later, New Year's celebrations were over, and the middle and high school students were beginning a new term. And just as ever, she and I sat in the lounge, staring blankly at the TV. Hang on a second, guys. Let me see what time is it. It's 1:30. Okay. This is boring.
So ne.
So it is. So we said, but both of us kept our eyes on the screen. Hey, is this place always this way?
質問の意味がわからない。
I don't understand what you're getting at. I'm getting at how it's always deserted. Other than the nurses, doctors, and help staff, and other than her, I'd not seen a single person. Did everybody go home for the New Year or something?
その理由を知りたいの？
Do you really want to know? Well, I didn't mean.
じゃあ言わない。
Then I won't tell. We were disinterestedly tossing back and forth this exchange that could not even be called a conversation. This slight breeze coming from the window that would not open for more than 15 centimeters. From time to time, her hair would stray, and as if in agreement, the flowers at the windowsill would too. This was how we killed time day after day, staring at that boring good-for-nothing TV. Click, click, click. Alright, I don't need to read that. Okay, here the two of you are, an elderly nurse said as she rushed towards us. From what I'd seen of the nurse's station, she apparently the charge nurse of 7F. Well, Miss Tsutsumi, any fever?
大丈夫。
I'm fine.
出てない。
No fever. Tsutsumi. So, that was her name. You really shouldn't be moving around like this. Do you understand? Everyone's worried about you.
別にいいよ。
Well, whatever. Come now. What kind of answer is that? Children these days. The nurse continued to scold and peck for some while longer. And the girl named Tsutsumi just pretended not to notice at all. She simply stared straight forward at the boring TV, paying the fizzy nurse a little healed as she could. I'll be coming later to draw some blood, okay? With those words, the charge nurse went back to the nurse's station. Hey, you know? Well, mind if I call you Satsumi? I asked this as I stared at her white villainy ID bracelet, and at the blood type and the name written therein. Is something the matter, Satsumi?
どうして呼び捨てなの？
Why are you calling me that? Huh?
年下のくせに。
You're younger than me. Wait, what? Hey, why am I younger than you?
別に。
Nothing, that's
そう思った
just
だ
what I
け。
thought is all. It wasn't that I was offended that she called me younger than her. It was just that no matter how I looked at it, I thought I was 5 or 6 years older than she was. That's why I took out my driver's license from my breast pocket and handed it directly to her. See, it might not seem it, but I'm 20.
やっぱり年下よ。
So you're younger after all. She only took a glance at my driver's license before handing it back to me. I don't really get what you're saying.
どうでもいいじゃない。
It doesn't really matter.
少し上
I'm
なだ
just
け
a
よ。
little older than you are. That's all. She murmured as expressionless as ever. Her eyes were fixed on that boring TV, alright, but it also felt as if she were gazing at something far away. After they had taken my AM vital signs, I snuck past the nurses and boarded the elevator. When I got to IF, I walked out the outpatient clinic doors and walked outside of the hospital. My goal was the place that I'd been told about not long ago, the faraway B station, not the nearby A station. It wasn't that I wanted to escape or anything. At 7F or at home, none of us died anywhere else. That's what I'd been told. And this B station, which this girl named Setsumi had apparently been to many times. That's why at least just once I wanted to see this place with my own eyes. It's not as if we're going to be on guard it's not if there's going to be a guard on duty. Even so, we were in habits of 7F, different from other patients. And thinking of Mayu Maribis, so early in the morning, I headed toward the station. My legs settled into a lazy gaze as I glanced alongside the people committing to work or school. After about 25 minutes of this, I arrived in front of the station. Roughly 4 buses stopped away when I calculated it out. Wow, there are a lot of people here. Was my first impression of the B station. I stood out a bit because I was in pajamas. Wow. But I felt that if I could just buy a subway ticket, I'd be able to go anywhere. No question about it. I still had no idea why I'd been told to go to the B station, not the A station. But it looked as if it would be easy to escape if I really wanted to. She must have come here many times herself. So why'd she remain on 7F right now? The station in the early morning. I stood there thinking these thoughts as I watched the people rapidly passing by me. The night after lights out, bored of manga and unable to sleep, I wandered through the hospital alone. Certainly, it wasn't supposed to be allowed after lights out, but we of 7F had a particularly kind of liberty. So in the presence of no life, in the pitch black stillness of the lounge, that was where I found her. Hey, have you been looking outside today? Yeah. The darkened interior, she did answer me, but she continued to stare out the window as if she had not. I immediately launched into what happened today. Oh, by the way, I went out to the station today. The B station, just as you taught me. Okay,
So,
I see. But her response did not change. I thought that she'd react with something because she'd been there before too. But now that I had thought about it, did the fact that she was here meant that she had no intention of escaping in the first place?
私、
I'm going to be
も
going
うすぐ
home
帰
soon.
れるの。
What? She'd opened her mouth abruptly and spoke as if she'd seen right through me.
でも、
But next time
次で3回目だか
will
ら、
be the third time,
もう会えないかもね。
so we may not see each other again. Yeah, I guess. Probably what she was talking about was a temporary discharge from the hospital. She told me that nobody was discharged from 7F more than 3 times. Unlike the elderly, given the process of our disease, this meant all the more to young people like us. We may not see each other again, was filled with that kind of meaning.
ね、あ
Oh,
なたは
which
どちらを選
one
ぶの
have you decided on? Decided on
どっちで死ぬつも
where
り
you're
ってこ
going
と
to die? When the word death came up so abruptly, I was at a toss, total loss of words. I didn't know. Haven't thought about it yet.
そう
I see. It's your first
ま
time
だ
after
1
all.
回目だもんね
The first time of death. Really? How is it your first time of dying? She remembered looking fuck. Certainly, it wasn't as if I was going to exist here forever. Just like everyone else, I would be admitted and discharged, slowly growing weak, and someday I would have to choose in the end, here on 7F, or at home surrounded by those fake smiles.
私は
I don't want to die at home,
だけど
but I don't want to die here either. And what will you do?
別に
I guess
どうもしない
the only thing
自力で歩けるうちに
is to go somewhere
どこかに行くだけ
while I still have the strength to. Somewhere you can't be this girl who was staying here on 7F when she could have escaped any time she wanted. When I thought of that, do you have any other place to go?
あなた
Do you
私を引き止めたいの
want to stop me? What?
それとも
Or do you want to come with me? Well, no, that wasn't what I was thinking about.
じゃあ
Then don't ask.
聞かない
She was staring out the window as she spoke, disappointed, not looking at me once, the same as ever. But then, just then, her unusual expressionless face looked very sad to me.
祈ることを諦めた透き通る空の朝どんな気持ち抱えて